Welcome to the channel, guys. So, the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 is out now. So, we installed it. Let's, it's my first time it's playing. I didn't open, I just installed. So, we can open it together. So let's open it, and I even didn't play the 2020 version of Flight Simulator. So, it's my first time in Flight Simulator as well. So, let's continue how it is. Okay, Xbox Game Studios, Sobo Studios, and a lot of other. Okay, these stunt planes, Red Bull here also. All the stuff Red Bull do, man. The graphics looks very impressive. We have advertisement planes. Wow, personal jets also. Helicopters. Okay, farming, rescue missions, delivery, cargo planes. Again, rescue, stunt, wildlife. We have air balloons. That one is Dubai, I think, flying taxi in Dubai. Okay, army jets also. The graphics are impressive, man. Okay, so the video is rewind because of the loading time it's taking more. So it's replay of the same video. I think almost load 85%. Loading world data. What it
Pop-up dialog.
is?
Enable screen narration. Pop-up
Option
dialog.
text to speech to
Enable
read.
screen narration.
The on-screen
Microsoft Flight
menus
Simulator
enable.
2024 offers a screen narration option that uses text-to-speech to read the on-screen menus. You can enable this feature here, or at any
Should
point
we
from the
enable it
settings
or
menu.
disable? Let's skip it for now. Okay, start setup. We have detected the following devices and pulled up a default control scheme. You can review and customize these settings now or at any point. From the option menu, we have Xbox controller. Yeah. Okay, so what is the customization we can do? let's continue. So you can review and customize these settings now or at any point from the options menu. Default assess, you want to more authentic experience with the only essential assistance activity. You want to learn the ropes with the visual and piloting. So we go with the all assists as I don't know how to play, is my first time, so we will change it after to default assists if needed. Okay, let's continue. Finish setup. Customize identity. So here I think we can choose the person. Okay, they have only this one. I think the default one is good. What about the appearance? Okay, so we can change the age and the face lookings visuals here. Appearance. I think this is fine. What about the body? Is good. Here's also looks good. Or with the cap. How about this one? Yeah, I like it. Okay. Appeal. Copilot. This one. Okay, so
Pickup zone in sight, guys.
Continue. Welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. So here is our login ID. Let's continue. So in which mode we should start? There are a lot of modes. Free flight, challenge league, activities, world photographer, career mode. Let's start career mode. Okay, so aerial firefighting. Search and rescue. The graphic details, man, the plane details, water, is impressive. So I think they are showing all the pilot activities. The sky is calling. Pursue your dream of the career in aviation. Okay, choose any location in the world where you want to start your career. Okay, next. We have to zoom. Okay, so where we start? Let's start from India. Uh, Here it is. Let's zoom in. New Delhi. So which airport? From Bombay? Okay, let's start. Okay. I'm looking for the airports. Okay. Okay, so it's not available at start location. This one is also not available as start location. I think the star ones. No. Uh, so as a start location, I think the yeah. So these are the locations we can start. Uh, okay, let's start from this one. Oh, the visuals are great. Okay, the Ambi Valley Airport, Lonavala, 2024, November 19th. Choose the airport. So far, it looks great, man. Even we didn't play the game yet, but the looks, the graphical. So now we start to play and see how the game plays. Oh, it's in Hindi, yeah. Ambi Valley Airport, man. They the details. I think in it's about the
Hello
country.
there.
Every
You
country
must
have
be
their own
Sukh
language.
23 hashtag 8066, right?
Yes.
Welcome to Ambi Valley Airport. I'm Suresh, the owner of this aero club.
Okay, so he's the owner of this air club.
Here at the club, we provide all the training lessons you need to get started and earn your private pilot license.
Okay.
Then, once you've earned your PPL, you can build up your flight hours and get more experience by taking people out on first flights.
Okay.
But before any of that, let's head outside and take a flight to get familiar with our aircraft and the local surroundings.
Okay, so we are in the school, I think. So here we get trained how to the pilot, how to fly the plane. Then we will go on the other actual flights. So let's continue.
Welcome to the apron. This is where all our flying adventures begin. Why don't you walk around a bit
Okay,
while I
here we
finish the
are.
pre-flight preparations?
Okay, so
Today we will be flying in a Cessna 172 Skyhawk. It's the main trainer airplane in our flight school. Our Cessna's got a glass cockpit and a 180 horsepower engine, climbs well, and is easy to fly. It's one sweet ride. I'm ready if you are, so hop in and buckle up. Let the good times roll.
okay, so we can check the plane like this.
Welcome aboard.
Okay,
While
so
you
we
settle
are in the
in,
plane.
let's go over our flight plan. After taking off, we will climb to 3,800 feet above sea level, and then fly over the airport to enjoy the view. Ready? Why don't you start the engine for us?
Okay, so how to start engine? I don't know. What is this? Uh, how we start the engine? Fuel valve. So we have different valves here. Throttle. Okay. Okay.
Perfect. The
So
wind is from 271 degrees direction with a speed of 9 knots, so we'll be taking off from runway 32. Okay, let me taxi to the runway.
okay. So I think it's the co-pilot taking us to the runway. Switch view between
All
cockpit
right, now comes the fun
and
part.
the other one.
After releasing the brakes and applying full power, we will speed up and take off once we reach 60 knots airspeed. We will be climbing at 75 knots, which is the recommended climbing speed for the Cessna Skyhawk. While climbing, we will follow a left-hand traffic pattern and make 2 turns. Don't worry if it sounds overwhelming. I am here to help. Release the parking brakes, otherwise we're not going anywhere.
Okay, so where are the parking brakes? It's somewhere here. I don't know anything about the. Okay, so we got RP and X2 release parking brakes. Okay, it's there.
Good. Ready for takeoff?
Okay.
Apply full power to get us moving.
Use the throttle level. Okay, So this is the steering with the left stick, and A. Okay, so by pressing the A,
You handle the yoke, and I'll take care of the pedals, steering the aircraft on the runway during takeoff.
okay, so that is the speed.
We have reached 55 knots. Pull the yoke a little bit to lift off.
Okay, so we are in the air.
Keep the nose of aircraft slightly above the horizon to climb safely.
Like this.
Don't pull on the yoke too much, or we'll lose speed. Keep the nose of the aircraft just above the horizon. We are approaching our first turn. As you'll see, the Cessna 172 requires very little yoke movement to turn. We are 300 feet above the ground. I will retract the flaps. You keep climbing. You can start turning left.
Okay, this way.
Keep climbing and prepare for the next turn. This is a good climbing angle. Try to visually remember it. Okay, turn left again. We are almost there. Remember, we need to climb to 3,800 feet. It will keep us 500 feet above the traffic pattern.
Okay.
I love the weather today. The clouds are beautiful, aren't they?
So we are going above.
There we are. 3,800 feet above sea level and 500 feet above the traffic pattern.
I don't
We
know
have safe
how
separation
to
with the
change
other
the
airplanes.
camera angle. I
Look
forgot the
around,
button
see our
they
airport. Let's fly
just-
over it.
Okay, LB and A. Oh, okay. So we need to turn this way.
Fantastic. I know that you're busy navigating and controlling the plane, but don't forget to enjoy the view. Well done. I believe you have a talent for piloting. I hope you enjoyed the flight. Let's head back to the ground now.
Oh man. Okay. So mission is passed. The first mission.
I'm glad
Okay, we
we
will get
flew
used to
together
how
today.
to fly.
This might be the first chapter in your pilot's journey, if you want to embark on it. Let's catch up at our headquarters.
So we got in our headquarters.
You seem comfortable out there. I'm sure you'll get your PPL in no time.
Okay, I'm sure you'll get your PBL in no time. Okay.
There's a laptop in
next.
the office that shows all the certification information you'll need for your PPL exam. Take a look.
Okay. Next. Okay, so we got a certification.
Here you can see
here.
all the different certifications you can pass throughout your career. Your first step is to work towards your private pilot license.
Okay. So the first step we have to take the private pilot license. Allow you to fly a single engine airplane in good weather conditions and perform takeoffs and landings from the land Private pilots cannot fly aircrafts for commercial purposes. Okay, got it. So we have to select this
All the
one.
training lessons you'll need to pass the PPL exam are available here. Make sure you're comfortable with these before taking the exam.
Okay. Next. So let's take learn about the basic of interactions at cameras. So yeah, sure. So let's take the sim controls because we don't know how that works. Okay, so this is the free cam we can enjoy. Above here. Okay, back to briefing and start training. Sim controls training. If you're enjoying the game, please like, share and subscribe. More games coming to the channel and we post every day the gameplays. So it's loading. Here we go. Start the lesson.
Welcome to Sedona. I'm Captain Jess Molina, and I'll be your instructor.
Okay.
For this lesson, we're going to start on the ground and focus on some basic concepts.
Okay.
Fundamentals every pilot needs to know before hitting the skies. This is your plane, a classic, the Cessna 172.
Okay.
Take a look around it.
How to take a look around? Okay.
In the simulator, anytime
With
you want,
the
you can
right
easily
stick.
switch to cursor mode.
Switch to the cursor mode. RP with the left stick.
The cursor is handy for interacting with menus and cockpit controls or instruments. As you can see, activating the cursor also displays the toolbar at the top of the screen. The toolbar is a quick access menu that allows you to control various aspects of the simulation.
Okay.
Try to find and open the controls panel.
Open the controls panel. They're saying settings or this one. It's the control panel. No, this is the control panel. No, this is the control panel.
The controls panel is a useful reminder of the button layout for the devices you're currently using. Now try to find and open the camera panel in the toolbar.
Okay, so open the camera panel.
The camera panel allows you to access the various views and camera modes of the simulation.
Okay.
Go ahead and close all the panels for now.
Okay, got it. So we got the. Let's close all the panels.
In front of you is the yoke, the primary means of controlling the aircraft. In the simulation, you will be controlling the aircraft with your peripherals of choice. So, let's hide the yoke for now.
With the cursor, point the yoke and hide pressing A. Where is the yoke?
For now, we're done with the cursor, so go ahead and hide it.
How to hide the cursor, man? Okay, again, RP and left
Alright,
stick.
as we've seen, when you
Got
all look
it.
around you, it's easy to rotate the camera. But you can also move it freely in the cockpit to get a better view
Oh,
of
so
anything you
here's
want to
the
see.
lady instructing us.
Even through a window to look outside.
Yeah, I look out. Hold the LB to move the camera. Hold LB to move the camera around using left stick.
Now, reset the camera to its original position.
So get back to pilot viewing, pressing
All
right
right,
stick.
that covers
Okay,
all the main camera functions available in the
understanding a little
simulation.
bit.
Try to familiarize yourself with them a bit more, then reset the camera to its original position whenever you're done.
Learn about camera modes and advanced controls. Reset the camera when you are done. Okay. Okay, here is our instructor. She is beautiful. Okay, so we can move the camera anywhere inside the plane. So, okay, with the LT and RT, so we can up and down, and with the left stick and keep pressing LB, so we can move the camera anywhere in the plane with the left stick. Okay, so I think everything is done with the camera angle, so press right stick and
Great.
in the default mode. Okay, so the training is complete. Let's go for next training, which is aircraft essentials. Okay, start training. Let's start.
Let's get
Okay.
you familiar with the aircraft, a Cessna 172, and a few commands to navigate it through the skies.
Okay.
In front of
The
you is the
instructor is
yoke.
same.
The yoke
Okay.
is like a steering wheel, more or less.
Yoke, okay.
Turn it left or right to control the ailerons and bank the aircraft into turns. Look at the trailing edge of the wings while turning the yoke to see the effect on the ailerons. Okay. Now, the difference
Okay.
between the yoke and a steering wheel is you can pull or push on the yoke. This controls the elevator at the back of the aircraft to make it climb or descend. Look at the horizontal stabilizer while you pull on the yoke. You can see how it affects the elevator.
Let me change the camera angle a little bit. So we are at the back and
Nice.
okay.
Down at your feet are the rudder pedals. They steer the aircraft when you're on the ground. The upper part of the pedals also control your brakes. In the air, they control the rudder at the end of the vertical stabilizer to yaw the aircraft. This is mostly
Okay.
for small corrections. For coordinating turns or compensating for a plane's tendency to pull left during takeoffs and climbs. Look at the vertical tail while operating the pedals to see the effect on the rudder.
Okay. So, how to interact with the pedals? Vertical at the back of the aircraft using the right stick and move the rubber, not rudder, by holding RD and LT. Okay.
Great.
So the pedals is RD and
Last
LT.
but not least, the throttle is located near the center of the cockpit. Pushing forward will increase power. Pulling back will decrease power.
Okay.
First, look at the throttle and select it. Keep it selected and push it forward to increase power.
Okay.
Power is increased. Now pull it back to decrease power. Power is decreased. Now we'll do the
Okay.
same without focusing on it. Deselect the throttle. Look
B.
away from the throttle and increase power.
How to increase power, man? Okay, by selecting it. Okay, so we need to hold the A while looking away on the throttle.
Set your throttle to idle.
Okay, so hold B to hold A to increase it and hold B
Excellent.
to decrease it. Okay, got
When
it.
the engine is on, you'll be able to see the power change on your RPM indicator. You will find it on your PFD screen in the top left corner.
Top left corner. Let's. RPM, yeah, got it. Okay.
This tells you how fast the engine is spinning in hundreds of revolutions per minute.
Okay, got it.
Next, take a look at your current speed on the airspeed indicator. It's on the left on your PFD screen.
Yeah, this one. Got
It
it.
measures the speed in
I
knots.
already did it when I fly it.
To check your altitude, look to the altimeter. It's on the right on your PFD screen.
Yeah, got it.
Not all aircraft have integrated screens with all this information. A lot of them rely on analog instruments. You can find the analog versions of the airspeed indicator and the altimeter just above the throttle. They are respectively
Okay.
on the left and right.
So this is for speed.
The analog altimeter has 3 hands similar to a clock. The long, thick pointer indicates 100-foot intervals. The short, thick one is 1,000-foot intervals, and the long, thin one counts 10,000-foot intervals. That's all for today. Next time, we'll see how it feels in the air.
Okay, so this training is also complete. Congratulations to us. We are proceeding in the career plan. Okay, so next training, altitude. Let's start training. Altitude training, pitch. Okay. So in this training we are already in the air. Let's start.
To help demonstrate pitch, I've drawn 3 lines on the windshield. Notice how the middle line matches the horizon while we're flying level?
Yeah.
This is the cruise attitude. The lower
Okay.
dotted line is the climb attitude, and the upper one is the descent attitude. Let's dig deeper into what that means.
Okay.
Pull back gently on the yoke until the climb attitude line matches the horizon. Then maintain that attitude.
like this, she is saying. Yeah, it's completed.
According to your altimeter, we're gaining altitude. But we're losing airspeed, proving you can't avoid basic physics while making a climb. That's good. Keep working on it, you'll get better. Now, let's level back out. Our speed is increasing and our altitude is stable.
Okay.
That's good.
Got it, man. What's the
That's
point of
okay.
it?
Push gently on the yoke until the descent attitude line matches the horizon. Then maintain that attitude. As expected, with a nose-down attitude, our altitude is decreasing while our speed is picking up. Great. That's good. Keep working on it, you'll get better. Okay,
got
bring us
it.
back to level flight.
We are already level
Now
flight
your
now.
speed is decreasing and your altitude is stable. Nice. That's good. That's okay. Try to make only small adjustments to your pitch to avoid overcorrection.
Okay. So this training is completed. We got about the altitude, so the lower line is increasing the altitude and decreasing speed. It's a little bit physics. Oh, we don't get the A certification for that. So we retry it. We got the A certification. The problem was, I think, increasing the altitude. We were changing it. Let's start again.
To help demonstrate pitch, I've drawn 3 lines on the windshield. Notice how the middle line matches the horizon while we're flying level? This is the cruise attitude. The lower dotted line is the climb attitude, and the upper one is the descent attitude. Let's dig deeper into what that means. Pull back gently on the yoke until the climb attitude line matches the horizon. Then maintain that attitude. According to your altimeter, we're gaining altitude. But we're losing airspeed, proving you can't avoid basic physics while making a climb.
Okay.
Excellent. That's good. Keep working on it, you'll get better. Now, let's level back out. Our speed is increasing and our altitude is stable. That's good. That's okay. Push gently on the yoke until the descent attitude line matches the horizon. Then maintain that attitude. As expected, with a nose-down attitude, our altitude is decreasing while our speed is picking up. Great. That's good. Keep working on it, you'll get better. Okay, bring us back to level flight. Now your speed is decreasing and your altitude is stable. Nice.
Okay. Good.
That's good.
Now we got A
That's
certification.
okay. Try to make only small adjustments to your pitch to avoid overcorrection.
Okay, the training is complete. Hopefully we get a certification this time. Still not the A, man. Okay, we'll check it later. Let's go to the next training. So it's next is rolls. Start training. Turns, roll. Okay. Let's start. I want to see.
For this lesson, we're going to use a line drawn on the windshield to indicate the crew's attitude. I've
Okay,
also
ma'am.
added another dotted line to help you bank properly for left turns. Gently move the yoke to the left until the dotted line matches up with the horizon. Then maintain that bank.
Okay.
That's good. Watch your altitude. It wasn't constant during the turn. Now, let's see you level back out. All right.
All right.
For the next step, turning to the right, let's see how you do on your own without any markings. You can see a series of notches representing 10-degree increments on the attitude indicator part of your PFD. As a general rule, you always want to keep your turns under 30 degrees.
Okay.
Start banking right until you're lined up with the second notch to the right on the attitude indicator. Then, maintain that 20-degree bank while remaining at the same altitude until I ask you to stop.
Where is the degree, man?
Bank the aircraft 20 degrees to the right. Be sure you keep the same altitude.
Where I can see the angle. Okay, the right
Keep
turn.
working on it. You'll get better.
We got the
Keep
problem.
working to maintain a constant altitude during the turn. Level us back out now.
The
That's
right
good.
turn got problem, I think. So we
Remember
will
to maintain
decrease the
altitude
points in
while
the right
leveling
turn.
off. Small corrections on the yoke will lead to more accurate turns.
The training is complete, but I don't know which certification we will get, because I thought we have a problem with the right one. I don't see the angle on the screen. Yeah, you can see the right turn only 52%, and the left turn is also 62%. There's not that much difference. It's okay, so go to the next training. Let's start. Okay, power settings this time. Let's start.
Let's talk about the throttle. If you have the need for speed, then the throttle's for you. Full control over the power output of the engine. In the Cessna 172, that relates directly to the RPM displayed on the tachometer on the PFD.
Okay.
Pull back on the throttle to reduce RPM to 1800.
Where are the RPMs? Where the RPMs we can see, man? There's not on the screen.
Look how your speed and altitude are also decreasing. That's okay. Okay, let's throttle back up to 2,400 RPM. Push the throttle to reach 2,400 RPM.
It's not pushing. I push all the way.
Push the throttle to reach 2,400 RPM.
I already pushed it. How we push more?
Push the throttle to reach 2,400 RPM.
It's all the way. It's all the way in.
Push the throttle to reach 2,400 RPM.
How? We decrease the altitude. Then you go okay.
Push the throttle to reach 2,400 RPM. You've left the training airspace. You need to go back.
Okay, got it. So we are overing the throttle.
Your speed is increasing now. As
Got
long as
it,
you
got
maintain
it.
the same attitude, your altitude will keep climbing as well.
Got it.
Keep working on it. You'll get better. I think a bit more practice may be a good idea.
So the why it's not completing the training because we were doing over. We pushed the throttle all the way in, and it was over 2,400 RPM, which is I think 2,600. So we got C certification, but we can retry the training. So we got. I don't want in my career mode C certification. At least the B will fine. So let's start it again. No.
Let's talk about the throttle.
Okay.
If you have the need for speed, then the throttle's for you. Full control over the power output of the engine. In the Cessna 172, that relates directly to the RPM displayed on the tachometer on the PFD.
Okay, got it.
Pull back on the throttle to reduce RPM to 1800. Look how your speed and altitude are also decreasing. Excellent. Okay, let's throttle back up to 2,400 RPM. Your speed is increasing now. As long as you maintain the same attitude, your altitude will keep climbing as well.
Okay. Hope so. This
Nice.
time
That was
we
excellent.
got B
With piston
certification.
planes like this Cessna, it's common to have power targets defined in RPM.
Hopefully. Not sure. Oh man, I think we will get A this time. Yeah, that's great. So let's do next training. Maneuver test. So this is the final exam or it's a maneuver test or I don't know. But it's nice man, it's looks like we are doing real pilot training but in the game. I don't know how it relate to the real training. It's the same kind or it's different, but it's enjoyable, we can say. So let's continue with the maneuver test. We have
The art of maneuvering a plane through the air isn't a mystery to you anymore. Now it's time to test the skills you've learned.
okay.
As you can see, we're cruising at 6,000 feet on a north heading of 360 degrees.
Yes.
Start by descending to 5,500 feet while maintaining a northerly heading.
Okay.
While descending, reduce throttle to avoid overspeed.
We are almost there.
While descending, reduce throttle to avoid overspeed. That's good. Now, climb to 6,000 feet and turn to a south heading.
Okay.
On the Cessna 172, you need full power to climb effectively.
So full power.
You put your plane in a dangerous situation.
Okay. How is that?
Now, climb to 6,000 feet and turn to a south heading. On the Cessna 172, you need full power to climb effectively. Nice. The turn was good, but try to climb faster in the future.
Okay, so we need to just
Alright,
climb
next
faster.
exercise. Maintain your heading of 180 degrees, stay at 6,000 feet, and adjust your airspeed to 80 knots.
80 knots. Okay. So we can decrease the throttle.
Go ahead and reduce your speed.
I'm reducing. Okay, we increased
That's
the
good. Your speed was well managed, but your altitude needs to be more accurate.
Okay, got it.
You did well, but you can do better.
We were high 200 feet, I think, because we need to keep it. I was checking the speed. I forgot to about the altitude that it's going over 6,000. It was a little less than a certification, but no, it's okay. So let's go for the next training, pre-flight. Let's go for pre-flight. Okay, here we go.
Hello. Today we're going to go over all the steps that precede turning on your engine. Those steps are essential to ensure your aircraft's integrity and that everything is in order for a smooth and seamless flight. First of all, stretch your legs a bit and take a look at your aircraft and your surroundings. We never took much time to look at our aircraft from the outside, so take your time if you want to inspect it.
Okay.
You might have noticed some extra bits on your aircraft. These are the covers and chocks. Covers are installed when the plane is not in use and are meant to avoid damaging its sensitive parts. Chocks are there to immobilize the aircraft. You'll need to remove them before takeoff.
Okay, these ones. Remove the engine covers. Where is the engine covers? Okay, it's at the front. So remove engine covers. This one. Static pod cover. Okay, it's also removed. Remove chokes. Chokes removed. Remove the pilot tube cover. What is that? Pilot tube cover. Is that this one? Yeah.
And we're done for the outside. Now that we're sure your
Okay.
aircraft is functional and ready to taxi, let's check the inside. Let's get to the matter at
Okay,
hand.
so inside the aircraft.
You've been given an EFB, also referred to as an electronic flight bag. It's a tablet that stores critical flight information and is the ideal tool to prepare your flight plans and enhance your piloting experience. Open it and take a look. Feel free to follow a quick guided tour of its features.
Okay, this one. Okay, LB and
The
this
YEFB
one.
features an interactive map, a flight plan editor, aircraft and current flight information, a nav log as well as fuel and payload options.
Okay.
The FV has plenty to offer, but if you want to get directly into the action, you can turn it off after you finish the quick tour.
Okay, so quick tour around. How to how to interact? Okay, so we need to enter the cursor mode, RB. In the cursor mode, we can interact with. Okay, so here you can plan your next flight, check your navigation map, check airports information and charts. Okay, here. Next, we have here you can check your flight performances, your checklist, and have access to your aircraft documents. Got it. Pilot book app. Okay, here you can view some of your flight statics and access your logbook. Got it. Here you can manage your preferences and parameters for the EFB. Got it. From here you will access and manage all of your EFB applications. Got it. Okay, so let's close this and
It seems like we're all
change the
clear on the
cursor
checklist.
mode.
Now start this pretty bird up.
Okay, so let's start the engine.
Now that we've covered all the preparations, let's get to the good stuff, shall we?
Okay, pre-flight training is done. Okay, so next taxiing. Okay. Let's start the training. Start.
Let's take a moment to talk about taxiing.
Okay.
Taxiing refers to moving the aircraft on the ground under its own power. In particular, getting from the ramp out to the hold short point on the edge of the runway.
Okay.
Steering on the ground is managed through the rudder pedals. That's right, unlike driving a car, we turn by using our feet. Okay, ready? With the throttle idle, release your parking brake.
Parking
Okay.
brake released.
Now, gently increase throttle to get the aircraft moving.
How much we need to increase?
Go easy on your throttle. Use your rudder pedal to turn left and enter the taxiway. Increase throttle to gain forward momentum and then reduce RPM accordingly to match a fast walking speed while taxiing. Now, test the brakes. Good.
Okay.
Brakes checked. Taxi to the next exit, then come to a stop. Remember to control your speed with throttle and brakes. See the crossing in front of us. Stop before it, as if traffic was coming off the runway. Watch your speed. Watch your speed. Unfortunately, one of your wheels crossed out of the taxiway.
Okay, we crossed that
Taxi
stop.
to the next exit, then come to a stop. Remember to control your speed with throttle and brakes. See the crossing in front of us. Stop before it, as if traffic was coming off the runway. Watch your speed. Watch your speed. Unfortunately, one of your wheels crossed out of the taxiway.
Again, we got the very high speed.
Taxi to the
So we
next
have
exit,
to
then
move
come to a
slow,
stop.
very slow, I
Remember
think.
to control your speed with throttle and brakes. See the crossing in front of us. Stop before it, as if traffic was coming off the runway. Unfortunately, one of your wheels crossed out of the taxiway. All right, taxi to holding point Alpha 1 next. It's at the far end of the airport, near the head of runway 21. Stay as close as possible to the taxiway center, marked by the yellow line, and watch your speed.
Okay, little bit high speed.
Watch your speed. After the right turn, come to a stop before the hold short point, in prep for takeoff. Watch your speed.
Okay,
Remain
this
on
time
the
is good.
taxiway center line. You don't want to
Now I
risk
got it
damaging the
how to
aircraft.
do it.
The next challenge will be to keep the aircraft under control while at full throttle for takeoff.
But I think we will get less points because the middle stop we missed a lot of times, so this skip I think. Yeah, so even we get V certification. We need to retry, but we got it how to do it, so I don't think so. Let's continue to next training. So next training is takeoff. Let's start training. Let's start.
There's an old saying I like: a mile of road will take you a mile. A mile of runway will take you anywhere. Taking off isn't hard, but there are a few key points to remember. First, we always take off into the wind, which won't be an issue on a calm day like today. Second, before we enter a runway, we always make sure it's clear.
Okay.
Check to the right to see if a vehicle is on the runway, and to the left to make sure no other planes are approaching. Runway numbers are not arbitrary. Each number matches the first two number of the runway's compass bearing, rounded to the nearest 10 degrees. For example, a runway orientated towards the north would be numbered 36, which is 360 degrees on a compass. Everything looks good, no cross traffic. Go ahead and taxi into position. Now slowly taxi onto the runway and align the plane with the center line. Then stop your plane just after the number 21.
Okay, there we need to stop.
Let's position the plane for takeoff.
I'm going there. Wait a little bit.
Excellent.
Yeah, this time.
All right, let's do this. Apply full power, and I'll walk you through the takeoff as we go.
Okay, now maximum power.
Use your rudder to stay on the center line, and keep pushing power until you reach 55 knots.
The remote is mine vibrating.
Good.
Very real
Now,
experience.
Gently pull back on the yoke. And we're airborne.
Okay.
Line up the top of your instrument panel so it's a couple of inches above the horizon. That'll pitch us up and set a good climb attitude. Maintain 75 knots, and we'll reach our target altitude of 5,500 feet in no time. Focus on flying straight. Use your rudders to remove the left yaw plane as when climbing. You can see your current yaw input by looking at the MFD's slip skid indicator. Maintain 75 knots and climb to 5,500 feet. Okay, 5,500 feet. You've reached your target altitude.
Okay.
That was a nice takeoff.
Yeah, so the takeoff training is also completed. We got a certification in takeoff. Got it. So next training, landing and yoke management. Let's start.
For this landing exercise, I want you to focus on the yoke only.
Okay.
We're close enough to the runway to land safely without adding any throttle. Maintain a speed of around 65 knots. Pitch down if you're going too slow. Pitch up if you're too fast. Keep your airspeed at 65 knots. When you're 10 feet above the runway, it's time to flare. To flare means to raise the nose of the aircraft to slow your descent for a softer landing, but without ever leveling off or climbing. The main landing gear will touch down before the nose wheel does. We're coming up on flare height. Resist the temptation to pull back. Now, focus on the end of the runway and pull back slightly on the yoke to aim the nose just above it.
Oh shit.
Nice. Now, apply the brakes progressively
Oh
to slow
man,
us down
it's so real.
and bring the plane to a stop. Use rudder pedals to stay on the center line. Well done, but there's room for improvement. Keep in mind that approaching the runway at the right speed is key to a good landing.
Okay. Man, how the like when you play the game, the remote gonna vibrate. It's like real feeling, like when we fly in the airplane and when it lands, it vibrates a little bit. It's shock. So the same feeling. I think I did a little bit wrong when we just on the management was not that good. That not that smooth landing, but it happened. Okay, so let's continue. The game is really enjoyable, man. Okay, landing, throttle management.
In the first part of this landing exercise, I want you to stay on the glide path by using the throttle. You can make small corrections with the yoke to stay aligned with the runway. Smooth action on the throttle is key for remaining on the correct glide path. If you find yourself too high, reduce your power. If you're too low, increase it. Remember though, always make soft corrections. You don't want to overcompensate. Now you can use the elevator to land.
Okay.
Reduce throttle to idle. Now, focus on the end of the runway and pull back slightly on the yoke to aim the nose just above it. Nice. Now, apply the brakes to slow us down and bring the plane to a stop. You did well, but you can do better.
Okay.
Resist the temptation to pull back when above the flare height.
Okay, almost. So there, I think there's no next training because we are
My
doing
first
this
instructor used
again
to
and
say,
again.
the best part of flying is landing in one piece. Today, you're in charge of bringing us in for a safe landing. And I've already set us up in landing configuration at 65 knots with 20 degrees of flaps.
Okay.
Keep your aim point on the runway threshold. When you're 10 feet above the runway, it's time to flare.
Okay. So we're decreasing the throttle to decrease the speed, and while aligning to the runway.
Reduce throttle to idle. Now, focus on the end of the runway and pull back slightly on the yoke to aim the nose just above it. Nice.
I
Now,
think this
apply
time
the
is
brakes
better.
progressively to slow us down and bring the plane to a stop. Use rudder pedals to stay on the center line. That was excellent.
Okay, that was excellent. This time, I also hope so. I feel it like we did it very well this time. Yeah, I think it's the A certification this time. Yeah. So what's the next is downwind. Okay. A lot of trainings, man. So let's start. Okay.
Okay, we're currently flying on the downwind leg at the standard traffic pattern altitude of 6,000 feet. It's a flight path parallel to the landing runway, but in the opposite direction. In downwind, you want to start preparing for landing. That means setting your speed and flaps configuration.
Okay.
We are passing the end of the runway, so go ahead and reduce RPM to 1700. It will help you to slow you down to 80 knots and begin your descent. The flaps provide extra lift at the expense of additional drag. This extra lift allows flying at a lower airspeed. flaps allow for smoother and shorter landings. Go ahead and extend 10 degrees of flaps, all while maintaining current speed. We will turn to the base leg when the end of the runway is at a 45-degree angle behind us. Turn left onto the base leg.
Stall, 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 500. Stall, stall, stall.
Try to keep our speed around 75 knots. Keep an eye on the runway as we get ready for our final turn.
Where is the runway? I can't see.
Turn left onto final. Make your left turn onto final. Keep a stabilized approach with 65 knots airspeed and prepare for landing. Use throttle and flaps as required to adjust the glide slope.
Where is the runway? Okay, here it is.
Apply the brakes and stop the plane.
Oh man, it don't stop. We crashed it. Oh
Keep a
shit.
stabilized approach with 65 knots airspeed and prepare for landing. Use throttle and flaps as required to adjust the glide
Oh,
slope.
because that the thing happened because we already decreased the altitude.
Don't sink, don't sink, don't sink, don't sink,
500.
don't sink, don't sink, don't sink, don't sink,
What is it saying?
don't sink, 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 don't sink.
Apply the brakes and stop the plane.
This time it will stop. Stop, man. Stop. Yeah, finally we stopped.
That was all right. A little more practice will help your accuracy, though.
Yeah, got it. The last time when we crashed, so the problem was the plane altitude was very low. We already decreased the altitude because I thought like the runway is very near, so but it was very so far, and after the some mountains. So it's okay. So we need to fly it solo this time. Let's start training. So we need to, I think, take off and land by on. Okay, so as you can see, the game is a little bit laggy on Xbox Series S as we playing on its Xbox Series S. But hopefully it will. Okay, I think it's crashed. Yeah, the game is crashed. And I don't know our progress is saved or not. So let's see. As the game is new, I don't know it's because the hardware or it's because of the game problems, because the game is new and definitely there will be some lags which they will fix. Okay, so it's saying too many users are trying to log in or trying to connect at the same time. You're in the queue, please wait for a few minutes or try again later. So I think the game just come out now, and too many players want to play it, too many, I think. I don't know it's online or what's the issue. If the game is, the career mode should be in offline, I don't know, I have no idea. So what's the problem? Okay. Okay, so thanks for watching. I will check it what it's happening when it's. I don't think it will start now. I will check the problem. So thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. The next part is coming as well. Like now, for some days we will play this game and check it how the career mode works. So thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next one. I will check it later and we will start from here in the next one. Thank you.